Imagine a true crime TV show becoming so popular that the creator felt he needed to up the stakes constantly. A show built to cover crime that ended up becoming a breeding ground for grisly murders, drug trafficking, and blackmail. This is the reality of Brazilian TV show Canal Livre. That's this week on Death in Entertainment.
Live from Los Angeles.
911, what is your emergency?
Here in Hollywood now.
2 counts of murder,
Injury and death.
Oh my God!
Shocking new details
that has stunned the entertainment world.
This makes me a little nervous.
The hair stood up on my arms.
Just like in the movies.
What do you call this thing anyway?
Death
in entertainment.
Why, hello there.
Is my mic on?
Now your mics are on.
Now I can cough into the mic?
I almost gave a howdy ho without the mic on.
Yeah.
What a waste.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Death and Entertainment. My name is Kyle Plouffe.
My name is Mark Mulcairn.
And I'm Alejandro Dowling.
And this week, we have a crazy story. But first, covering a little bit of entertainment news that happened within the last few days here. Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins, quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers that got run over in Miami. He got hit right where Dante Stallworth, who we talked about on this podcast, killed a pedestrian.
He killed another person in Miami?
Yeah.
The same road?
I don't know if it's the same exact road, but it's definitely the same area.
Around the same time of day, too.
It was like
early in the morning.
Yeah, very early in the morning.
The same exact spot?
Yeah.
He sees the tape on the ground, the outline.
Yeah. Apparently the story is that he ran out of gas and then started walking. I don't know. It just sounds so fishy to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything about this is weird. He's just wandering in the middle of a highway?
Yeah. And
what?
The original report that came out said that he was walking along the breakdown lane or whatever, and the side of a dump truck clipped him. And then it came out that he was actually trying to cross the highway on foot, and this dump truck just dumped him over.
Well, as someone who was a victim of a hit and run driving while a pedestrian.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
You still have to tell that story sometime. Fully.
Yeah. I've told pieces of it.
Yeah.
But as someone that's happened to, I really hate it when I see people around LA just jaywalking and just really risking it when it comes to crossing the street.
Yeah.
Call me old fashioned.
There's some horrific fatalities in this city with people getting hit by cars, pedestrians.
But if you're on a 5-lane highway and you're just kind of risking it to cross the street, you're putting so many other people's lives in jeopardy and not just your own.
Yeah, there was a comedian, Eric Myers, that also got hit by a car crossing the highway.
He was on a little bit of meth, I think.
Maybe, yeah. This girl I went to high school with, also in Florida, crossing a highway, got killed.
Man.
Yeah, this girl I was
out of
actually
Florida.
good friends with. Yeah.
Stay out of Florida and don't walk across highways.
Once you cross that line into Florida, people just start getting very reckless, I feel like. I was in spring break at the tender age of 19 in Fort Lauderdale one time.
Uh-oh.
And here we go.
That Jeffrey Jones era?
Yeah, that was the same trip. That was when I was stuck in the airport on the way there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, but yeah, I went down there and there was some nice club in the like a pool club in the back, and just a bunch of us kids are just hanging out. And one dude just dives into 3 feet of water into the pool, breaks and shatters his entire nose.
Oh my God.
And then refuses to leave the party and just dabs it with cocktail napkins the rest of the night. Until he's escorted out, saying because he's bleeding so much, but he wants to keep drinking and partying.
Oh my!
But he's just refusing to acknowledge that there's cartilage hanging out of his nose.
Oh my God!
Wow.
So once you get to Florida, I think people
all
just
bets
forget.
are off.
Yeah. Everyone, you can live 1,000 lives.
Partying to death over there.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins.
R.I.P.
And who's the guy that got into trouble saying that If he had stayed in school, he would have known not to cross the highway.
Oh yeah, that was an ex-player, I believe.
Yeah.
Some old dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gil something.
Yeah. There's a smart observation.
Yeah.
Stay in school and you'll learn not to cross highways.
Yeah, ex-Cowboys exec Gil Brandt apologizes for comments on Dwayne Haskins' death.
Yeah. And some journalist said, like, struggling NFL player.
Yeah. I mean, he was on his way to becoming like one of the biggest NFL busts in recent memory. But still, nobody deserves to go out like that.
That's true.
So for the best is what you're saying.
Yeah, good. Jeez. What are you, Gil Brandt Jr. over here?
Wow, Alejandro.
Woo. Jeez, Louise.
Going in deep.
Yeah.
Is this thing on?
Just throwing a Hail Mary at him.
Yeah. So yeah, this story that we have this week is a goddamn doozy. I found out about it like just randomly watching YouTube and became completely immersed in this story. There's a documentary about it called Killer Ratings. I suggest you guys check out on Netflix.
But listen to the podcast.
But yeah. Don't
What are you sending them to Netflix for?
Yeah, this is way better.
yeah, we
You're
do this
here
first.
right now. Just stay put. We got this covered.
We got you.
Yeah.
So this episode is taking us all the way back, way back to October 9th, 2009. What do you got for us, boys?
All right. Well, I have the top 5 songs around this time.
Ooh, very good.
Yay.
So, as per Billboard, number 5 song is the Black Eyed Peas. I Got a Feeling.
Oh,
Can we
they're
get
back
away
again.
from? Can we get away from these people?
No.
Why are they always in the top 5?
For like 3 years. It
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
Even
biggest
more
song.
than that. Yeah.
How was this not like the worst time in existence during this era? Maybe because Obama's president. Who knows? But
Yeah.
Black Eyed Peas, terrible. Number 4, Jason Derulo. What You Say?
What'd you say?
Exactly.
Hello.
Oh, that's a song they did the
Ooh,
SNL
what you
thing.
say?
Yeah.
Oh, that you only meant well.
Yeah, a lot of nice auto-tune song. Number 3, Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Kanye West. Let's Run This Town.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crap.
Run this town. Like, never mind.
Like a treadmill.
We thought Alejandro had something locked and loaded. He came up empty. Yeah. The clip was empty. Number 2, Miley Cyrus, Party in the USA.
Hell yeah.
Big song.
Yeah.
That was then.
I was
okay.
quoted in the Boston Globe saying that was my favorite song at the
Another
time.
Kyle
That's
Globe
right.
quote.
I remember that. You've shared that before.
Yeah.
And
You're-
surprisingly, you're sharing it again.
I know.
Still unashamed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Fuck
in
yeah.
various local periodicals around New England. That's
true.
Saying things. Yeah. Local guy that for some reason thinks his opinion matters.
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
was interviewed about OJ when you were like 4 or
yeah,
something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was in 4th grade, and they were like,
Anyway.
"Hey, kid, what do you think about this guy that cut his wife's head off?"
Yeah. What was that? The New Bedford Gazette or something you were in?
It was the Boston Herald.
Okay.
By the way,
Rag.
yeah, filthy, dirty rag. The joke I was going to say about Run This Town was something about Haskins, but then I thought
Oh, Jesus.
better of it
Yeah.
because Kyle was offended by my last joke.
Yeah. Go 2 for 2. Number 1 song around this time, Jay Sean featuring Lil Wayne, Down. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know. And like every week I hate all of these
Yeah,
songs.
this is quickly becoming an Andy Rooney segment
Yeah.
with Mark Mulcairn.
And did you say
all this music?
What is music like these days? I don't even know what it is.
And did you say Little Wayne?
Little Wayne.
Yeah, exactly.
You couldn't sound more square saying,
Yeah.
and Little Wayne.
It's little.
Lil.
With no apostrophe, actually, after the second L. But
Doesn't make sense.
doesn't make sense.
Doesn't have to, though.
That don't make no
No.
sense.
Neither does the baby.
The baby.
Well,
Grammatically, there's a lot wrong there.
Well,
Yeah.
a lot of things are wrong with him.
Yeah.
He got in a fight in that bowling alley down the street.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh.
In Encino, there was a big fight on Instagram or something, and it was him getting in a fight like on the hardwood floor in the bowling alley,
Oh
like
my
in the
God.
lane.
The
And
slipping.
everyone's slipping and falling. No one could throw a punch. You
Yeah,
gotta
they
watch
wax
it.
those things.
Oh, they wax them up. Well, that's the top 5 music. Alejandro, do we have any popular TV shows around this time?
Yes, we do, actually.
Are we gonna have to rip it out of you?
At this time, there was a momentous event on late night television.
Conan got fired. No, Conan. Jay Leno got fired.
Just before.
Yeah.
Something with the other one.
Oh, David Letterman
Yes.
stepped down. Yeah, okay.
Not stepped down, but he admitted to having a sexual relationship with one of his
yeah.
female interns.
Yes.
What caused him to do this is he was being blackmailed
Yeah.
by the ex-boyfriend of this intern.
Yes.
That's
hilarious.
And that guy wanted $2 million from Letterman, and Letterman wrote him a fake check and contacted the cops.
That's great.
And then went ahead of it and said it himself.
Well, in defense of this guy, New York is very expensive. $2 million, that's not going to get you that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was his end game? Did he think that was actually going to work?
Who knows?
Possibly. I'm sure stuff like that happens more often than we think.
That girl she was attractive.
Yeah.
The assistant.
He probably could have got away with $100,000.
Yeah, maybe it's you kind of
$2 million. You're like,
you can't
"Get
ask for
outta
too much.
here."
You go for $100,000, then you come back later for more money.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 grand, no problem.
Yeah.
He has it that afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 2 million is greedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made Dave look a different way.
Yeah. I remember,
You know, you never thought of
Like
him
an old
like
creep?
that. Yeah. You don't want to know him like that.
Woo!
Nice ass.
Yeah, I know.
I have a clip.
Well, he
of
got
this,
roasted
actually.
for that, like Chris Rock gave him a ton of shit, which is
Yeah.
funny. He didn't get slapped by David Letterman, and then Howard Stern came on and gave him more of a ton of shit.
And Leno did at the time.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Because Dave was making fun of his failing show, the
Yeah.
Jay Leno show.
Yeah,
And then Leno came back with intern jokes.
I bet he did. Oh, did he on his own show?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen this.
Very much, Paul.
clip.
I'm glad you folks are here tonight, and I'm glad you're in such a pleasant mood because I have a little story that I would like to tell you and the home viewers as well. Do you feel like a story?
Yeah, where's this story going?
This sounds good.
I love a good
started,
story.
3 weeks ago yesterday, and I got up early, and I come to work early, and I go out and I get into my car, and in the back seat of my car is a package I don't recognize and have never seen before, and don't usually receive packages 6 in the morning in the back of my car. I guess you can. I guess some people do. So
The audience thinks this is a big joke.
Through it, and there's a letter in the package, and it says that I know that you do some terrible, terrible things, and
The crowd.
I can prove that you do these terrible things. And sure enough, contained in the package was stuff to prove that I do terrible things.
Shit, son. Get some stuff.
At 6
The
in the morning, and
audience
maybe
is
this looks
laughing
better to you at
At
noon.
every little thing.
Yeah, he's really dragging this out.
Is the applause
6 in the
sign on?
morning, all you can think
Has
about
to
is
be.
every terrible thing you've ever done in your entire life.
All right,
So,
get to the point.
I know.
You had sex with your intern.
Yeah, he's really drawing it out. All right. He's like, all I did was fuck a chick.
And you can see all those clips as well on YouTube.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
her.
And I'd recommend you seeing Chris Rock come on and say, because Dave's his voice is all like hoarse. He's like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Why are you coming in here, Dave?" He's like, "Your wife is still mad at you, ain't she?"
Yeah.
And Chris Rock is just fucking has the crowd roll. It's
That's
just so
hilarious.
fucking funny. He's
Yeah.
like, "There's not much else I could say here, huh?"
Yeah. No. Say less.
But he stayed on for another 6 or so years.
Yeah, until he
and,
handed over to Colbert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he was never really hurt by it, surprisingly.
No, but he was very upfront with all that stuff. Like when his heart attack happened, not like that would bring him down, but that'd be funny. Dave.
You had a heart attack, you loser.
You pig.
No, but he was opening up front. He just said right at the top, like, I did this happened. So it kind of takes away any of the pressure of like being blackmailed and stuff.
Yeah, Kevin Hart got ahead of his too because they were extorting him because they had video footage of him having sex with somebody else who wasn't his wife.
Oh, wow.
And then he went on Instagram and was like, I'm not going to be blackmailed. I'm just going to admit it. I cheated on my wife and I made a mistake and all this shit. Yeah.
And taped it?
Yeah.
He taped it?
No, she taped it. And then her boyfriend blackmailed him. So they were both in on it together.
Oh,
Like,
my God.
we're going to fuck and we're going to hide the camera. Because like the camera's in like a bookcase. So it's not like centered. You can see like his ass going up and down.
It's like autofocus kind of?
Pretty much, yeah.
Like Bob Crane and fucking Carpy.
Yeah, minus the bludgeoning.
He feels the boyfriend's fingers in his ass. She's like, that was just me.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a big story. And then I see here, Monday Night Football, there was a game between Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was the most watched cable television program in history.
Wow.
With 15 million homes tuning in.
Wow.
That's kind of surprising.
To see Vikings quarterback and notorious dick pic sender, Brett Favre.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
Pillhead.
Yeah, so people were really into that.
Yeah.
Brett Favre.
Favre.
And his limpy dick.
Yeah, his gray dick.
What the fuck is Brett Favre doing here?
That was before the scandal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and this game was a big deal because it was the first time that Brett Favre faced his former team, and he went to be the first quarterback in NFL history to beat all 32 teams that night.
But that
crazy.
That didn't beat the Super Bowl, though.
No.
As far as viewed. Okay.
Cable.
Oh, cable. Okay.
Cable.
Oh, right,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Because it was Monday Night
ESPN,
Football.
yeah.
ESPN.
Yeah, gotcha.
Can't beat it.
So there were a lot of things happening.
Yes. Those were the days.
Yeah. A lot of scandals.
Yeah. So now our story is going to take us
Speaking of scandals.
to Brazil. You guys want to go to Brazil?
Oh, yes.
Brazil.
Falou, ciao. That's
What'd you call me?
We're entertaining
that's
Jews.
Portuguese.
Yeah, that's what they speak. Manaus is the city. It is the capital. I didn't
Manaus.
realize this is how dumb I am. Manaus. This is how dumb I am. I know Brazil's a country, but I didn't realize there are states in Brazil.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a state called Amazonas, and Manaus is the capital. Manaus is the capital of that.
Next to Idaho.
Yeah.
There's South Manaus. South my wife.
Manaus is a very dangerous place. It's like always on the list of top 50 most dangerous cities in the world.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Like City of God, that movie.
What's that?
That Brazilian movie, the crime
Yeah,
movie.
it's a great movie. It's
shit.
that's the best way I could explain it. Brazilian crime.
Yeah, and dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like security footage that they showed in the documentary that you'll watch after this. That just shows
You
people.
keep promoting the documentary. Stay here, folks.
Yeah. He's like the car salesman. He's like, oh man, we got cars here, but down the street, you gotta see these fucking cars, man. They're so shiny.
We can't compete with those.
Yeah. I'd recommend you walk out of here right now. What can I say to get you out of here and down the street?
There's like people just sitting on the sidewalk or like on a bench or something, and then a car will just pull up, and then people will just come out and just shoot them to death and drive off.
Wow.
Like just craziness.
Randomly?
Yeah. It's like a lot of.
It's a drive-by with no
purpose,
no intention.
Yeah. There's a
like
lot
I understand if you looked at someone the wrong way in a gang,
just indiscriminate just shooting.
They felt disrespected. They come and shoot you. Fine.
Yeah, there's like a lot of gang activity there that people are constantly like fighting for
turf.
Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking the word turf too.
Turf wars.
Yeah, turf wars.
Yeah, so smartertravel.com, they give you a lot of warnings about the dangers of Manaus. They say Manaus.
Some people go to the CIA directory.
Yeah.
Kyle goes to brand new fly-by-night websites.
And I feel like an idiot because everywhere I've traveled, I've never gone to smartertravel.com beforehand.
You know?
Woo! We got I mentioned the town, like, woo, we just got the smarter travel, stamp of approval.
Yeah.
the whole town goes, yeah.
The Port of Tourism.
Yeah. Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah. They warn you about favelas. You guys know what favelas are?
Yeah, those are like little small neighborhoods, right? That
Slums.
are slums. Yeah.
Favelas in Manaus are what would be called slums in English. These tend to be high crime areas and home to drug dealers or other unsavory types.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man.
Unsavory.
Yeah, you run into the drug dealer, you're like, oh, thank God. I thought you were going to be one of the unsavory types.
One of the indiscriminate drive-by people.
Yeah. The homes in favelas are small and perched on the top of stilts, which
Stilts.
help the residents stay clear of flooding.
What is this, a circus?
As well as garbage that's dumped in the area.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's fun.
Sounds great so far.
Yeah. It is not safe to go exploring in the favelas, especially on your own. Stick to tourist areas and stay away from the favelas.
But you and one other person, you'll be safe.
Yeah.
If you get in trouble, find your local drug dealer and get next to them.
And make sure you're wearing a fanny pack.
Yeah,
That's what they say. There are a lot of pickpockets. Robberies and pickpocketing do happen in Manaus. Stay alert to your surroundings, especially when leaving a bank after withdrawing money. Take note of anyone who appears to be watching you.
I'm gonna get a money belt.
Yeah, there you go.
But just for like everyday life, not even just going down to
I wouldn't take any chances in this place.
No.
Yeah.
I would stick the money right up my ass. Hey, I don't have any money. You can check me.
You just want a reason to stick money up your ass.
Then the drug dealers are like, we know your tricks. Bend over.
Yeah.
That's what my grandmother would always say to me. I'd like play around with money as a kid and like put like a $5 in my mouth. She goes, don't do that. Criminals stick it in their bums.
What?
I swear to God.
She told you that when you were how old?
5 years old or something.
From a
my
gangster's
God.
bum to your 5-year-old mouth.
They put it in their bum. The way she said, in their bums.
Put it in their bum.
That's almost as extreme as Kyle watching Marathon Man when he was 4.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so they pretty much tell you, stay the fuck out of here. Stick to high traffic areas. I looked up there was like a criminality index, and it was like, it gave you different qualifiers where it's like walking alone during the day, and it's like high probability of crime, like 90%, and it was like way more. The murders per capita, it's like 60 out of 100,000 people.
Yeah.
New York City is 5 out of 100,000. So if that gives you any idea of
God.
how much more
60.
dangerous it is than New York.
Unreal.
Yeah.
So the odds are something bad is going to happen.
Yeah.
If you go there.
Yeah. So this guy, Wallace Souza, he grew up there. He's a hometown kid, done good. He was, really upset with, all this crime that was happening in his city. So he wanted to clean it up. So he originally became a police officer in 1979, but he was fired after he was arrested for pension fraud and gas theft in 1987.
Gas theft.
Yeah. He actually,
it makes sense now in today's context.
Yeah.
With the price of gas.
Yeah, well, that's
$7
true.
a gallon in
But
LA.
still.
What are he's just siphoning gas from other people's cars?
Probably, yeah. Yeah. But he said, no, that never happened, even though, as Norm Macdonald would put it, it's a matter of record. He said the actual reason he was forced to resign was because the police said he was a part of a college admission scam.
Wow, like Lori fucking Laughlin. Yeah.
And William H. Macy's wife.
Yeah.
And this is in 1987 in one of the most dangerous cities in Brazil. Like, what colleges are they sneaking people into
Yeah.
It was very weird.
What kind of admission scandal's going on there?
I don't know. But he said he was investigating it, and the crooked police said, no, you're a part of it.
Oh, well, maybe he is onto something. I don't know.
Yeah.
The site we siphoning gas. What, like?
But he could have been the crooked police. We don't know.
Oh man, this is a twisted tale we're hearing about.
Yeah.
Because he's no longer an officer at this point.
No, he from 79 to 87.
He is.
He is.
He is, yeah. He
I
got
see.
kicked out in 87.
Oh, he got kicked out because of that.
Yeah.
So there's also just rampant corruption and stuff, I'm sure, going on.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot
and
of corruption.
maybe he just did it a little too much.
Yeah. So he was kind of in limbo after that, was doing different things. But like I said, he was like so sick of the crime in his country or in his city that he was just like, I'm going to make this true crime TV show that's going to expose all the criminals and we're going to clean this place
He's
up.
going to put the mirror up to the system.
That's right. And the system did cocaine off it.
Whoa! Sounds kind of good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That usually ends well for the person that decides to take on the corrupt system.
Yeah.
Just dig the grave now.
Yeah, one man alone takes on the system.
Serpico over here.
So he began, he created this TV show called Canal Livre in 1996. And the program, it's a weird show, man. Like, I originally thought it was just true crime.
Sounds like a Cartoon Network, like animated show or something.
Canal Livre. So you would think it's just like kind of like Cops. They show up when the police arrive and they film people getting arrested and like fighting each other or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I was imagining.
Yes. And that's a small part of the show. But most of the show is actually a variety show. Like a weird, like Jerry Springer, Maury Povich type thing. Like,
oh.
You consider those variety shows?
It sounded weird.
You know those minstrel shows like Sally Jesse.
Yeah. No, they
You'll laugh, you'll cry.
they would like trot out these like weird people. Like there was a cross-dresser they had on one time with like, well, I guess not a cross-dresser, I guess transgender.
Here we go.
And came out like shaking her boobs and stuff, and everyone's clapping and stuff. It looks like a weird like public access.
This is Jenny Jones.
Yeah.
Plus Cops.
But
Yeah,
in
yeah.
dancing and like a lot, there's like, is there a band?
There's dancing. There's no band. There's like a guy came out and they said,
no band.
No band.
give it up.
They didn't
But
have the
there's
budget.
dancing.
There's dancing, no budget for the band.
They have one where it's like, give it up for the singing man with the perfume panties. And he's got panties on
So
both
it's kind
his
of like the
fingers and he's
Gong
spinning
Show
them.
a little bit, it sounds like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
or
they're like-
Sabado Gigante.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sabado Gigante.
Is that the Fred Armisen thing?
That's the Don Francisco show out of Miami.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But yeah, I think
Tommy Davidson.
I'm
makes fun
sure
of it.
Fred Armisen made fun of
made
it.
fun of it, yeah.
Yeah, they just have like all this weird shit. They have puppets like come out and like do just weird sketches and stuff. And they had like a running joke with one of the constant audience members, this guy Gil the Pie Man.
Nice.
And
What did he do?
actually nothing with pies.
What?
Yeah,
I thought
did he
for
get the
sure
name?
he threw pies at people.
How did he get that name?
I have no idea. This
he named himself that.
This
probably.
show is a fever dream, dude. It's so weird. Like the puppets would always like do their sketch and then at the end like make fun of Gil, who was sitting in the crowd, and he would just get so mad he would like jump through the window of where the puppets were and be like beating the shit out of the puppet and like the guy who was actually behind the puppet.
And it's like a running joke.
Yeah. And there are kids in the crowd, and this guy's like going off, really trying to kill people on the show.
But were the puppets doing like insult humor?
Not
Was it
during
like
the
Triumph?
sketch,
Was
but
that
then they would
Triumph
just
the insult
turn
dog?
and then they would shit on this one guy.
Oh,
For
okay.
me
They
to
just
poop on.
take it way too seriously. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he would really be mad.
It seemed like, I think it was fake, but he really was like
Okay.
selling the fact that he was mad. And he was throwing real punches too.
Really?
At the puppets, though.
And the guy that was doing it.
okay.
Wow. It just airs. They don't edit out like the violence.
No, they embrace it.
Wait, but this is mixed with police footage?
Yes. It's so odd. It's very odd. It's a tough sell. anywhere in the States, I would imagine. Half puppet show, half cops.
I mean, in some ways, it makes a lot of sense, right? You know, like a jambalaya of all the shows people were watching for years, like Jerry Springer and Jay Leno.
Yeah. But they probably look at Jay Leno's show and be like, this is weirder than our show.
Yeah.
This is fucked up.
Yeah.
Why does he keep talking to the nice guitar player?
Who keeps fake laughing?
Yeah. That poor man, Kevin Eubanks.
So this Canal Livre, it was described as investigative journalism aimed at fighting crime and social injustice. It drew huge audiences. It was like the biggest show on TV, and the program showed police raids and arrests with presenters often following police chases in a helicopter. And that's just in between puppets talking shit to people in the crowd.
Yeah.
After 2 years of doing it, he became incredibly unpopular, incredibly popular with, just the general public. In 1998, he was actually voted into office.
Wait, that just happens if you have a popular enough TV show, you just get voted into office.
Hey,
again,
President Trump.
They must look at us.
Yeah, excuse me.
They must look at ours and be like, yeah, they're more fucked up than us. They're this is reality stars.
Hey, we did it too. He just got elected to Parliament.
They were just ahead of their time.
Yeah.
Now it's the norm.
Yeah.
He was originally voted in with the Liberal Party, and then later took leadership of the Social Christian Party.
Social Christian.
That could be trouble.
Yeah. And then he was elected to the Legislative Assembly. So he officially became a lawmaker, which comes into play later.
Okay.
And he was voted into Parliament in 2003.
And he dropped this show of his own volition.
So his variety show, as you call it,
Yeah.
he quit that on his own?
No, he was still doing it.
So he's still doing that? He's a politician? He's doing everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And as quickly as he was gaining fans, he was also...
He's a renaissance man.
Yeah, that's like if Trump was still doing Celebrity Apprentice.
That'd be
while he was
amazing.
president.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
You're fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, as quickly as he gained fans, he also gained a lot of enemies, obviously due to his broadcasting career and his stance on crime.
Your puppet jokes sucked.
Yeah. He was like really a hardline dude with criminals. He said drug
He's
dealers.
a law and order candidate.
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legislator.
That always goes well in corrupt countries.
Yeah. Well, it's harder. The fact that he had a platform on regular TV, it's harder to actually disappear a person like that.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not impossible, but
No.
it's a little bit hard. It's a little bit harder to hide that.
Yeah.
He said the only thing that can stop a drug dealer is a bullet. So he was like, yeah.
Well, that's like Duterte in the Philippines. I don't know if you ever heard about that guy.
Oh,
Like,
that guy's
the head-
crazy.
Yeah, he's like assassinating any drug dealer he wants to. He'll kill them all. But he doesn't have a fucking variety show.
Yeah, he's not filming it and
Yeah,
putting
so
on
where's that
television.
part of it? Come on. Come on, Duterte. Get some puppets out there and start tap dancing.
So yeah, people loved him so much, just going so hard on criminals and drug traffickers and stuff that people actually praised him for doing more for crime reduction than the actual police.
Oh, he's getting too much power, I feel like.
Yeah.
This guy.
And this has spread all over Brazil.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
It was
feel
on Rio Negro Network.
I feel like,
guess it's like a big network.
he's clean as a whistle besides that, though. Right?
Well, whistles can be a little rusty sometimes.
If you can't trust a politician that does a variety show, who can you trust?
I'm still wondering about that gas siphoning.
Yeah,
I know, it's so
That's
weird.
the weird part. I remember a quick gas siphoning story for all you dieheads out there.
Ooh, I'm on the edge of my seat.
When I was in high school, my friend's dad found his beer bong thing that you do shots of the beer in, and his dad found it and kind of confronted him like, John, have you been
Abusing this beer bong?
No, that's what John thought he was going to say, but he said, have you been siphoning gas? So maybe he was actually chugging beer. This guy.
It's you're making good points.
The beer that smells like gasoline.
yeah.
It's just skunky beer.
Just shit beer.
It's skunky cerveza.
Don't worry about it.
We piss in it.
So yeah. People were wondering, there were whispers like something weird is going on with this show because other than
the actual show,
Other than that, it's an insane show.
other than everything about it, something's weird. And there were whispers in like the journalism community being like, how the fuck is this guy always getting to crime scenes before the police even show up? How is he getting the info? What's going on? He said that the reason he always got ahead of everything is because they always had people in place at police stations and morgues and constantly had interns scanning radio dispatches. And they said like they would get tips from the morgue about like newly discovered bodies and stuff. So they would be able to get there before the police would because the person's already dead, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I smell a Nightcrawler type story here.
I smell something.
Is that what was happening in that movie?
Yeah. You never saw it?
I did see it, but I thought I remember enjoying it, but I don't remember him actually creating the crime.
Yeah.
So Gyllenhaal's character was doing. Yeah, that's right.
So when he was showing up early, he would have, obviously early access to the body. So he'd get a lot of close-up footage of like just these dead bodies.
Oof.
And really, really graphic stuff.
Would be on the show.
Oh, yeah.
In between all the comedy and laughs, they have really gruesome, real.
It's like it would be like
The most gruesome
if Jimmy
bodies
Fallon
you'd
got
ever
done
seen.
with his song and dance show, whatever bullshit he does, and then he goes, "All right, well, here's the people that died today."
Yeah. hey guys, here's that beheading I was telling you about.
Yeah, him and little Bow Wow were dancing, doing karaoke, and then it was like, "All right, Bow Wow, I'm gonna have to ask you to go here because we're gonna have to wrap up the show and talk about everyone who died today in New York, and give a 1-800 number where you can send tips."
Yeah, this guy's head exploded.
I mean, that would actually improve the Tonight Show. But
yeah.
That's another story.
Yeah. So if he got there before the cops, which he usually would, he would like film the bodies. But if it was a crime taking place, like if it was a drug deal or something like trafficking or anything, he would like get in front of the camera and just start like talking shit to the criminals.
Oh my God.
Being like, you're going to get arrested. You're going down.
But
like,
people love that.
just
though.
berating them. Yeah.
It gives people some empowerment. Like, this guy's looking out for me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why people like Trump. He's a, he's a dipshit, but like
bringing order back.
Well,
Yeah.
that no
We're
matter
gonna bring it
what.
back.
Yeah, he brought it back. All right.
Yeah.
Brought the virus.
Yeah.
What was it? Oh, at its base, it sounds like compelling television.
Yeah.
I mean, to watch people interact in
How
real
long was
time
it-
with real
Yeah.
criminals. That's where do you get to see that really?
Right.
How long was what was the time slot? Was it like 3 hours long?
I think it was a half-hour show.
What?
Yeah. It's a lot to pack in.
It was 21 minutes with commercials.
Yeah. The puppet fighting guy, that's like 25 minutes. And then 5 minutes of everything else.
Sponsored by Fanta.
Yeah, Fanta. That was the Nazi soda, wasn't it?
I think it's just a soda.
Nazi
Really?
soda.
I never heard of Nazi soda.
I thought Coca-Cola had a different name for a soda that was sold in Germany because they didn't want to get in trouble with during World War II.
Oh,
Wow.
Let's stick a pin in that for now. Maybe that's another episode.
We'll have to come
Yeah.
back to that.
Yes.
yeah.
Nazi cola.
Nazi cola.
Not kosher cola.
Nazi pop.
I did not see that cola coming.
Hello.
Nazi pop.
We got a clip here of one of the anchors that was involved with this show.
He looks like, what's his name? The comedian. Doesn't he
Oh.
look like, what's his
Raspy
name?
voice.
Yes.
Bobby Slayton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He looks
does-
exactly like Bobby
Pitbull.
Slayton.
He looks like the Pitbull.
Yeah, and his last name's Vanderlei. So that's a fun little.
Art Vandelay?
Yeah.
Art Vandelay! Say Art Vandelay!
How could it be that reporters arrive first on the scene of a crime every time? Sometimes when the victim was still breathing. Modesto Vanderlei was a reporter on Wallace's TV show.
Like they're opening a car door with a person
How
who's
did you
dead
get to the
inside.
scene of crime?
Like,
But they're contaminating the crime scene.
yeah, exactly. Like there's
Totally
it's chaos.
illegal.
Yeah.
I guess not there.
And broadcasting it.
To bring it back to the Bob Crane thing, that was the problem with how Carpy did not get taken down because the crime scene was already contaminated as shit.
Right. Yeah.
Who passed information by phone.
Yeah, he's like, how'd you get your
We
information?
also
He's like,
called
yeah, just like
police.
phone.
And even the Forensic Medicine Institute to ask if there's anything happening.
Never trust a guy with a
Even
T-shirt
today,
with a blazer over
Modesto
it.
won't hear a bad word
I used to do that
about
on
his
stage.
boss.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my
either
god, that's
innocent
like
or
you're on
really good
studs or something.
This is up to God and justice, not me.
Do you feel like you really missed something because you didn't know what was going on?
I was hired to work, not participate in a criminal gang. In a house, if the father is a bad guy, it's not his children's fault. And I was not Wallace's son.
What?
I was only an employee.
Yeah, good. I feel like that dude knows a lot more than he's leading on.
He was a cameraman?
He was one of the anchors, like one of the field
right.
reporters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, he was asking him like, how'd you get your info? He's like, oh, just like on the phone. Like with people would text us stuff. And he's like, you know, do you think you missed anything? Do you think he was really guilty? He's like, it's not up for me to decide. I don't know. That's up to God.
I was in the bathroom.
Yeah. I was in the bathroom.
No one knows nothing.
And what's the main guy's name again?
Wallace Souza.
So Wallace was never on the scene, right?
Sometimes.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
I was going to say, put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, but at some
If
point,
you're going to put people in danger.
yeah, but he's got to he's got a show to do back in the studio.
Yeah.
True.
So these were like continuously happening. You guys just saw how grisly that was. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was like a bloody
Yeah.
corpse.
people
nasty.
being massacred and they're showing up, contaminating the evidence.
Trying to get an interview with the corpse.
Yeah. You have anything to say for yourself?
The head is like rolling up.
But it all kind of came to a head.
Oh.
Hello.
Came to a severed head.
Yeah. They stumbled upon a body that was still smoldering. There's literally smoke billowing off this dead person's corpse. They show
I'm
up.
trying to go in the spirit of the show. Like,
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah.
We find smoldering bodies really funny.
Yeah.
they mock him in the variety show.
Yeah. They show up and they go, oh, it's a male, has no bullet or stab wounds. Mind you, it was a fully clothed person that was burnt beyond recognition. They were completely burnt to a crisp. You wouldn't be able to tell if they had holes in them, what gender they were.
Oof.
Nothing. They said, oh, yeah, and he was set on fire after being doused in gasoline, which how the fuck would you know that?
Yeah.
And that's where things start getting crazy.
So it was getting a little too
True
obvious.
crime
Yeah.
reporting doesn't get any closer than the scenes filmed on Wallace's TV show. This gruesome footage shows the body of a man burnt alive, the smoke still trailing from his corpse. Seconds after arriving first on the scene, the reporter had staggering details of the crime.
Saindo fumaça ainda, olha. É do sexo masculino.
He knew the victim's gender, that there were no bullet wounds, and that he was set alight with gasoline. The task force believed details like this, impossible to know from just looking at the victim's burnt body, proved what they had long feared. The deaths were a setup by Wallace,
I like he's got
all
the
in the
headset
name of killing
mic
off
on.
enemies and bolstering TV show ratings.
So now they start assembling like an investigation against him because they're like, some of the people who ended up dead were, you know, people that,
Friends of friends.
yeah, didn't want to, didn't
what
want his
happens.
crew around running things.
Yeah.
So, you know, soon after that, there was a a big drug bust that the show wasn't a part of. They ended up catching one of the guys who was like the main dudes who had all the drugs and everything was this guy Moa Jorge, and he was a police officer that was implicated in this drug trafficking thing, and they found out that he actually murdered 9 people. And so they're like, buddy, you're going to jail forever.
Yeah.
And he was terrified. He's like, you can't put me in jail. He's like, I'm a police officer. If I go in jail, they're going to kill me because they like will murder a cop that.
I assume those jails aren't very nice.
No.
It's not like a La Quinta in there.
or well regulated.
Yeah. We'll keep the light on for you.
Not to say U.S. jails are nice; they're awful also, but
Yeah.
there's some limited amount of regulations and stuff. They don't put cops in general population.
Yeah. And they were just like, whatever, you're going to jail. That's it. Enough. Stop talking. And he was like, wait. I got a story for you. And they were like, all right, we're listening. And he was like, I was the bodyguard for Wallace Souza, and I assassinated people that he hired me to murder for his television show.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Jesus. And then shit was on. So that guy was trying to work a plea deal by giving them, this fantastical story about how he was the personal hitman for Souza. And Souza goes on the show and vehemently denies that he's ever met. He's like, I've never met this person. I don't know who he is. And then pictures started surfacing of them in his pool together, hanging out side by side.
In his pool?
Yeah.
What is this, Bryan Singer's house?
Were they playing volleyball?
Carpy's house.
Playing volleyball in the pool?
Yeah. They were palling around.
The setup spike was going on?
Yeah. So it was proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that they did know each other.
But Prince Andrew, Jeffrey Epstein's buddy,
yeah,
he said when they presented him with the photograph of him
and Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia Roberts.
Roberts, yeah.
He said, that's me, but it could have been photoshopped.
Yeah.
You can do marvelous things with Photoshop. Did this guy say something like that?
No, he just went on the run.
Okay.
Smarter.
All right. That works too, because it's not like Prince Andrew's excuse worked.
Yeah.
Well, he's kind of on the run. He's kind of sealed off in the gates of the Her Majesty in there.
He's not doing any more interviews.
No.
While he's breathing.
Well, he's got sweating problems. We know that.
So, I mean, it's hotly debated whether or not this guy was making up a crazy story that he thought the police would want to hear to get him out of jail time. But it's also like, why was he always first to crime scenes? Why were the people always dead? Why?
Well, it's a crime scene. Usually, someone being dead usually goes hand in hand.
Well, yeah, but not all crime scenes are death.
It could have been a robbery gone wrong.
That's true, and maybe a wounding, and
Yeah.
maybe they're not dead yet.
Yeah.
But that'd be funny if he's interviewing people that are just wounded, that are dying, and not even trying to help out.
Call the police.
How are you feeling, though? Like Super Dave?
Yeah.
How did that fall feel?
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
A guy's legs is blown off. How's it feel to have no legs? That's crazy looking. How's it feel?
It's terrible.
Kill me.
Yeah. Following the report about the burning body, police secured a search warrant to go into his home where his son Raphael also lived. And they found 200 grand in cash, guns, ammo, drugs, and hit lists in Wallace's home.
So he had like an intentional list of people that he wanted to take out.
There was a list of people, drug dealers and traffickers, and some were already dead and filmed on the show.
Oh, man.
Were they crossed off?
It doesn't say if they were crossed off, but...
Was it like an Excel spreadsheet where they just highlighted?
A to-do list?
A punch list. Yeah, they just they highlight once they're done.
Yeah,
Kill
nice
Jorge. Stop at Ralph's.
Yeah, it's a nice little honey-do list.
Cut the rent check. Call mom.
Burn that one dude.
Yeah, burn Domingo.
Gasoline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Raphael was actually implicated in this too, since he lived there, the son. And the son, he was also a producer on the show. And he had a criminal past too, like a rap sheet miles long.
Oh, why wouldn't he be implicated then?
Yeah. He had 3 other kids. This is the only one that's implicated because he was living with him at the time where they found like all the things and everything. And he was actually, a producer, like I said. It ended up spanning 15 people, the investigation, and they arrested Raphael, his son, Wallace himself, and Wallace's brothers. Wallace's brothers were actually completely found innocent, which is crazy because they thought they were all mixed up. They were both also politicians. So
It's a family
I don't know if there's maneuvering there or not.
It's like the Whitey Bulger thing, maybe.
Yeah. Raphael was charged with homicide and drug trafficking in 2009 and sentenced to 9 years in prison. He served 5 years for murder and is now a free man.
Who says crime doesn't pay?
Yeah.
Who says crime via variety show doesn't pay?
He's like Letterman, got off pretty easy.
Yeah.
Very easy. Yeah, but then I think he got into more trouble after that. The reason that Wallace even got caught was because he turned himself in. There was like a huge manhunt. He went on the run. And then finally on October 9th, 2009 is when he turned himself in.
Oh, okay.
He admitted to how many?
He admitted to nothing.
Oh.
Wallace? He denied
I forgot. What deal did he?
Moa, that's the cop that said, I'm the hitman for this guy. Go arrest him, and then we'll figure out some sort of deal. You want to know what happened to him already? We're fast forwarding into him.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, sorry. We're just trying to keep
I
up
know.
with you here.
No, I know. He actually ended up going to prison, and
That was his deal, that he got sent to prison anyway.
But he
but he was trying to get out of it.
And he wasn't supposed to go to general population because he was like a well-known police officer.
Yeah, exactly. And they murder cops in prison there very quickly. He was actually murdered in prison.
Oh, boy.
He
Who saw
was
that coming?
Stabbed, shot in prison,
Nice.
and then lit on fire.
Oh, boy.
All three.
Yeah.
And in that order.
Yeah. In a massive prison riot gone awry that killed like 55 people.
No.
Yeah. That's how crazy those prisons are, dude.
Was the prison riot done as just to cover up the murder of this guy, you think?
Ooh. That's a hot take.
I'm getting hot takey over
Yeah,
here.
that I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. Souza denied he was involved in any of the crimes, but there was plenty of evidence stacked against him.
And just as a reminder, Souza's our main guy, the Mr. Saturday Night, Mr.
Yeah. He's Billy Crystal now.
Crystal.
It's a wonderful night for Oscar.
Yeah, he denied meeting the police informant, but there's photographic evidence of them together in his pool.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow, he's got a pair of man tits.
They look great, yeah. They're in great shape, round.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wouldn't you be in better shape if you're like chasing and murdering people on the
And you're on
streets?
TV all day. Yeah. Well, both of them said they look like,
No
hit
excuse.
the weight room,
Yeah. So he ended up being charged with, after he turned himself in, he was charged with murder, drug trafficking, intimidation of witnesses, illegal carrying of firearms, and formation of a criminal enterprise.
And he pled not guilty.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, this will not stand,
And he
man.
served 6 months?
He was held in a maximum security jail, but died of a heart attack awaiting trial.
Oh, so he did get what was coming.
Well,
sometimes they get the oxygen shot. You ever heard of that?
What?
If you get injected with oxygen, it
puts a bubble.
Pumps a bubble that goes through your artery and gives you a heart attack. So that's what the CIA does when they don't want anyone to know that they killed you.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Any
other
heart attacks?
questions?
It makes me wonder about a lot of heart attacks out there now.
Dr. Death over here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I got the Anarchist Cookbook with me right now. So.
Yeah.
And what year was that?
2010 when he died.
Oh, okay. So he spent like a year in jail.
Not even.
That's when I moved to LA.
There you go.
This is what made me do it. I'm like, fuck it. Nothing's ever going to work out.
Yeah. So he has like legions of fans that swear to this day he was not involved in anything.
Truthers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. All of his sons are like constantly out on social media or wherever on the news talking about how they're going to like make sure that people know that he's innocent.
Get the
Whether or
word out
not,
there.
I don't know. I feel like he really genuinely wanted to clean up the town and had his own weird way of doing it, but it just got out of control. I think he actually was involved in all that stuff.
So you're saying it's not all bad with him?
Yeah, I think it was like a good guy that went wrong. Yeah.
He meant well.
His original intentions
Before he
were
murdered those
correct.
people.
Yeah.
He lit that guy on fire just to help the homeless.
Yeah.
He's trying to clean up the city a little bit. He's
And
like
so-
Giuliani.
Right.
Yeah, broken
Exactly
window.
the same as Giuliani. Except his hair didn't melt off.
Yeah, and he's a mass murderer. Giuliani, you couldn't really make the case he's a mass murderer.
No.
George W. Bush, maybe.
Yeah.
Mark's hot take over here. So, Kyle, your hot take is that he actually did these crimes that
He wanted to prevent.
that everyone thinks he obviously did.
Yeah.
he had his henchmen do it, right?
Yeah.
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 But he had
Any other hot takes, Kyle?
besides the fact that this show was a variety show that he did.
Yeah.
Like Sally Jesse. Oh, what?
Yeah, with the perfume panties. Spinning them around and shooting them into the crowd.
You get a corpse. You get a corpse. You get a corpse.
Yeah, so it was just weird that like they even admit that it was literally the testimony of the former cop that landed Raphael and his father in prison.
But why did they treat the cop so bad?
Yeah, it was New Year's Day 2017. Jorge was shot and burned alive in his cell
Oh, was that late?
during a riot that killed 56 prisoners.
Oh, so he was in there a while.
He was in there a while, yeah.
All for helping them out. So what did he gain from
I'm
that?
sure he was
Nothing.
getting some payoffs. You don't think so?
Maybe he got preferential treatment,
Or
but not
some
enough
note-
to stop a
Like what? Some
a
cigarettes? Cigarettes?
Yeah, sounds like
Yeah.
he forgot to put one out.
They put it out in his eye. In his brain.
It's not my fault he's made of gasoline.
I'm going to light that for you in your whole body.
How has that not been in a horror movie where like a guy is outside of a bar with no lighter and someone says, "You want me to light that for you?" and just takes a blowtorch to their body?
That would be pretty
It
cool.
sounds like an Eli Roth thing or Quentin Tarantino.
Or
thing to do.
Tarantino, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the cold open to the movie.
Oh, I
Hot
love it.
down, someone in the city.
What if the guy in prison, another dude, was the brother of the guy they lit on fire? And then he's like, "This is for my brother."
There's always some family vengeance. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, as he's walking away, he throws a cigarette over his shoulder.
Yeah.
And it's in slow motion.
like me now? How you like me now?
So even if Souza really wanted to clean up the town,
Souza?
it did not work. Brazil last year deployed the National Guard to contain the outbreak of violence in Manaus.
Really?
There were
Jeez.
a series of strategic public transportation bombings that were all run from people in prison. It's like, dude, they can still
What are
get
they,
shit
who,
done.
Who are they trying to kill?
Yeah.
It was
What's the target?
retribution for one of their people dying, but like
So it's
in a
just
raid.
like turf gang war shit.
Yeah,
But they were innocent people in the bombings.
yeah, lots.
Well, these
So
are
they're
like,
going to kill a bunch of innocent people because one of their guys
yeah,
was
but
killed?
It's like like neighborhoods are like beefing in the prison system.
Yeah,
So when something goes down in there, they take it out on the family, or not even family, just like
yeah. It was
people that live in the complex.
one of their associates were killed in a drug raid that like went wrong or was
Good.
too violent or whatever.
You know what I mean? Like, go think about it. Think about what you did. Don't kill a bunch of innocent people.
Yeah, 31 people involved have been arrested already. There's more coming, and most of these people are prisoners currently. So
Oh my God.
very weird. So he did not clean up the city.
Not at all.
At the end of the day, he did not clean up the city.
Yeah,
But
it's-
you say he gave it a good shot.
hello.
Hey,
No, for real.
Yeah,
You think he meant well and
originally.
like when
But
he
then
would,
it became about ratings. It
Okay.
stopped becoming about. It stopped being about crime prevention, and it became ratings.
okay, so when he was stealing gas, that's when he was pure ethanol.
Yeah. Pure 87, baby.
And then it became about ratings. Okay, and then here's the other question. Were they just killing bad dudes?
I think that's why he justified it, because they were
Okay,
criminals.
They were bad guys, though,
Yeah.
not just criminals.
and he could hide it,
like real bad guys.
And he thought he
Drug
was
guys.
slick.
Yeah.
He was hiding it because he was the one reporting on it.
Well, if they're selling like an ounce of weed or something, I don't think you should be burned alive.
I feel like it's the black and whiteness of stuff. It gets very blurred when there's like this much violence and stuff going on.
Yeah.
around,
Yeah.
Right and wrong,
yin and yang.
thin line,
Yeah,
thin line, baby.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Ryu and the other guy from Mortal Kombat. I can't think. Ken. Yeah.
Yep. More than 15 buses were set on fire in the capital.
Fuck.
Lots of arson and arson attacks and gunfire.
You know who could be in on that? The bus manufacturers.
The Vineland boys.
They got pulled down there too. Big Bus is involved in all this.
Yeah. So that's the story of Wallace Souza.
You're sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it, baby.
Do you regret the story?
Well, it's crazy down there because I know a lot of Brazilians from Framingham. It's like I always say this is the biggest population in North America.
In Framingham?
Framingham,
Yeah, and
Brazilian?
and when you say it very angrily.
and I hate it.
It's the fucking biggest group of Portuguese people I've ever seen.
No, come on.
You don't like samba music? What?
Yeah, well, there's actually a restaurant called Samba in Framingham, which I love.
Hello.
And there was a restaurant called Samba in Madison, which I love.
Really?
Yep.
But I did go to Venezuela one time. My parents took me on a
You went to Venezuela?
on a trip. This is where my mom would take me on vacation when I was like 7 years old.
Oh, this is where we learn you're a communist plant.
Oh yeah. Well, Sitco, that's a communist plant.
Yeah.
But yeah, went down there, went to the countryside. It is wild down there.
Really?
What was going on?
Well, right after we left, actually, there was a coup like 2 weeks later, which is the Hugo Chavez coup.
Oh,
that is currently in power and stuff. So,
Well, yeah, not Chavez himself, but
no, his factions, if you will.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Brazil is interesting. It's a big, huge place.
Yeah.
oh yeah, it really is. When you think of Brazil, it's not just a country.
No, yeah,
It is just
It's like a good percentage of South American continent.
yeah.
Yeah, they say that Manaus is top 3 most dangerous city in Brazil, with Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro being the top 2.
Oh really?
Yeah. So there's even crazier places there.
But those are like major cities.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go anywhere these days.
Can't go anywhere.
You should be a travel agent. If they ever come back, you just can't go anywhere these days. Guys. All right, well, I guess we're done here.
That's like me selling the cars
Yeah,
down the street.
To the 2 best salesmen here.
I love Brazil. I have extended family there.
You do?
Nice.
I've never been though.
Okay, yeah. We should do a die trip down there.
Oh, yeah.
It was on my list before this episode.
Ooh. Now it's a must.
No, now it's not on the list anymore.
Now it's going to
no,
be
thank you.
a stop on the Die bus tour. Manaus, Brazil.
We just jump into the Pacific Ocean.
Or let's say we arrive there.
Yeah.
We don't last 20 minutes.
No.
We're set on fire immediately.
And then there's 3 dudes in the studio doing our episode at some point.
You think of how depressing that would be.
They'd be like, did they get too big for their britches? Why they start a tour? Why they go all the way down to Brazil with this tour?
And then they're cracking jokes about us. So disrespectful.
How do you like it?
Like Alejandro's head rolled off.
They keep telling each other, no, they love this. They love this.
And it bounced like a freaking basketball. You know what I mean?
Kicked it like Pele. Oh, he was Brazilian, right? Yeah.
Final thoughts.
Final thoughts.
Nice guy, did wrong.
Wow, Kyle's back.
Nice guy.
Kyle's digging in more and more that he is a good guy. I don't think
How is he nice, Kyle?
He wanted to help his community
but it got away.
by having them killed.
It got carried away.
Yeah.
Like any good deed, you know?
Yeah, no good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to die in a prison of a heart attack.
The path to bad things is littered with good intentions or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it's like Elizabeth Holmes,
Go on.
where
yeah.
she had great intentions and wanted to change the world.
Welcome to Theranos.
She wanted to make the world a better place.
Yeah, you're probably
The
right.
finger puppet. And it just didn't work out.
Welcome to Theranos.
Errol Morris is like, I love you.
Yeah. Yeah, kindred weirdos.
Well, I'm a big fan of yours too.
They're just staring across from each other for an hour just saying that.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, rest in peace, whoever got killed.
Jesus.
Rest in peace. A lot of random.
Who was selling dye
people.
bags that week?
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Yeah, a lot of people this episode randomly died.
Yeah.
And we're thinking about you.
Yeah.
Right now.
Our thoughts and prayers. We got the prayer army is out. The
T's and
dye
P's.
prayer army is out for you.
And despite what Kyle said, I have a lot of sympathy for you. I don't necessarily support Wallace.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Fuck him.
But maybe I do. If he meant well.
We got something to think on.
Yeah. That's what we do here. We leave you thinking.
Yeah. For the ride home, we let you think about what you just heard.
Yeah.
And do you want to plug the Netflix movie one more time?
Yeah, go check out Killer Ratings now.
Yeah.
If you want to learn about the
check out-
story.
That we just told you.
Go check out My Favorite Murder too, and another crime podcast.
Just do anything but listen to this.
Yeah. Literally anything.
Yeah, WTF with Mark Maron. Pow. Go listen to that one. All right, guys. We're on Instagram at Death and Entertainment. We are on YouTube at Death and Entertainment. Our email is deathandentertainment@gmail.com, and our Twitter is DiePod2021.
Yes.
And we love hearing from you.
Yes.
Yes, master.
That's it then.
All right. Talk to you later.
See ya.
Bye.
You have just heard
A true Hollywood murder mystery.
I have never seen anything like this before.
The movies, Broadway, music, television, all of it.
A place that manufactures nightmares.
Okay, everybody, that's a wrap.
Good night. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon.